Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're talking about you-know-who rhymes with Snake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Blake Lively.
Wow, what an intro.
Because she's demanding access to Justin Baldoni's phone and phones belonging to his reps.
This war is not ending anytime soon.
We'll talk about Naya Rivera.
R.I.P.
Yeah, she obviously died 5 years back in a horrible freak accident out on a lake.
Yeah, Lake Piru.
And now her ex-husband is speaking out for the first time, giving a lot of details, around that day.
And what happened with the son who was there with her in her final moments.
It couldn't be sadder.
I know, it's horrible.
And finally, we'll talk about the video that a lot of celebrities apparently came together for.
But didn't.
Thanks for ruining
Well.
condemning Kanye West. There's
Yes.
there's a lot of celebrities on the video condemning Kanye West. It's all AI.
Yeah.
And now the celebrities involved are not happy about it.
Right.
To begin with, though...
Wait.
Oh.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have any comments that you want to slide into our comment section, we will be reading the comments at the very end of this. So any of the topics, comments, questions, concerns about us, Branson and Wild will be combing through.
So Blake Lively, she and her lawyers have subpoenaed Justin Baldoni and a couple of his people. They want his team. They want access to the text messages they were sending to each other. Blake's lawyers believe that the text messages that they sent might help prove their smear campaign theory that he was smearing Blake.
Well, you would want access to everything, right?
Yes.
Like, obviously, if he has text messages, he's going to pluck which ones work to his advantage. So Blake's side is thinking like, well, wait a minute. The ones you're not using, those are the ones we want to see.
Right.
And so, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it also just shows like this is not going away anytime soon. They're thinking of different strategies. Like, is this thing going to go to trial? Like, I thought this would for sure have been settled by now. And the fact that they both are like still foot on the gas is insane to me.
Totally. I would have thought they'd settled way before they both get embarrassed a bit, as well. But if it does go to trial, then all of this stuff is kind of like, it's going to be out in discovery. We're going to know everything about these people and what they said about each other. All the text messages will come out. And you would assume that both of them probably don't want all of their dirt out there because, everyone's got dirt. They don't want all of their text messages out there.
I mean, they kind of have already put
But they kind of have already kind of gone down that lane. So maybe they're like, screw it. Everyone can see everything. Let's just sort it out.
I think what would be interesting if it went to trial is like Blake and Justin on the stand, like getting emotional, hearing them recount like what happened, like, all that kind of stuff I think would be really interesting. And that's kind of when you really draw your conclusions, like who's lying, who's telling the truth. But at the same time, they're both actors. Like, how do you really know who is telling the truth and who is not? Yeah, I don't know. It's all so muddy right now. Like, do you have like a clear side that you're taking?
Oh, clear as day.
Really?
Yeah. You don't even have to ask me who. Like, just go ahead and assume. It's pretty obvious. Snake Lively, I said at the top, I'm not on her team. Do you think these guys might love each other? Like,
I mean, there is that theory.
I've gone back and forth between, there's a saying, or I don't know if I heard it in a song, that like, love and hate, like, it's still an obsession. It's kind of like, I'm not sure what the lyrics were actually, but it's just about how
what song are we talking about?
Yeah, love me or hate me, it's still an obsession.
Love me and hate me is still an obsession. Love me or hate me, that is the question.
Yes, if you love me, then
is that
thank
the Electric
you.
Barbarella?
If you hate me, then fuck you. Are we allowed to...
Yeah.
I love that.
How do you know that song?
I don't know.
That is a deep cut.
It
from
made
like
it down under.
2010.
It made it down under.
Wow.
So they're obsessed with each other. They're obsessed with each other.
That's your thing.
Whoa, in one way or another.
I don't know.
Also, all of these awful videos are coming out about, like, these old clips are resurfacing of Blake being a biatcher.
I mean, those kind of already came out, so it's like nothing we didn't already.
But now she's like admitting that she poisoned the cast of Gossip Girl against Penn Badgley. Like that audio's come out. Like it's just like bad look after bad look.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. On to our next story.
Sad story.
Really, like, couldn't be sadder story. Naya Rivera's ex-husband has come forward to talk about that day that she passed away. His name is Ryan Dorsey. And if you'll remember, 5 years ago, Naya Rivera and her son,
Josie.
they went out on a boat on Lake, what was it called?
Piru.
Lake Piru, and she didn't come back. And, you know, the thought is that she jumped into the water,
Right.
got stuck on something.
Caught on something.
Caught on something under the water.
Yeah.
And maybe there was different sort of tides or different like pools of water underneath the surface that kind of kept her down. And then her son Josie was discovered asleep on the boat hours later by himself. So Ryan is talking about it now, and he's talking about Josie, who's now 8. So he's now 8, but at the time, I guess, he's now 9, but at the time he was
only 4.
Right. The kid apparently feels guilty about it, that there was a rope on board, and the kid, who's still so young, apparently talks about and plays over in his mind that there was a rope he could have somehow thrown and somehow his dad reassures him, like, you couldn't have done anything.
Like, the rope was too short. It wouldn't have helped. I guess he was saying that Josie saw that there was like a spider or something on the rope. So he was too scared to grab the rope when his mom was in distress. And just he has like a lot of guilt, Ryan says, and it's just so sad and so tragic because of course, like, he wants to help his mom, you know, but to like still have those thoughts like till this day, it's just horrible.
I don't know if I knew that Josie, who was found asleep on the boat eventually, was awake and sort of like, where's mum gone? Mum just jumped in and she hasn't come back. I didn't know that, like, can you imagine being that 4-year-old on that boat? I mean, I didn't even want to think about it, to be honest.
I know, it's just horrible.
What that kid must have gone through, and I don't know how good a 4-year-old's memory is, but he'll have sort of flashbacks.
Yeah,
Or it's
forever.
just couldn't be more tragic.
So sad.
And Ryan Dorsey, you know, he's doing better now, like coping with the tragedy a bit better than he used to. He lost like 40 pounds when it happened. He like, you know, obviously couldn't be a worse thing to happen to your family.
Yeah, and he said, quote, I keep reassuring him, buddy, that rope wasn't going to be long enough. That obviously still sticks out in his head because he feels like he could have saved her. I think she just caught up in a brush, that or a weird undercurrent from the dam. It was just a freak occurrence.
Very sad. Okay, on to our next story. There's an anti-Kanye ad going around, and it kind of looks like one of the sort of like, we are the world or feed the kids type ad where celebrities are there in black and white, lending their voice to a cause.
All wearing like a shirt that has like the middle finger, like, and it says Kanye, the Star of David.
Yeah. They're putting their finger up on their shirts. And also, I think, doesn't one of them put their finger up literally as well? Let's watch/listen to the ad. So you got Scarlett Johansson, Jerry Seinfeld, Adam Sandler, Drake, all famous Jews.
Oh, I didn't even realize that.
Yes.
You know, actually, I didn't even realize, I think it was Scarlett Johansson. I never knew she was Jewish. But then, you know, after this video, she released a statement because she was upset, which, like, I thought, like, who is going to say this is not them, right? Because you don't want to be, like, almost like supporting in like a weird way.
If you're saying it's not me, then it's almost like you're doing something
like
favor for Kanye.
Yeah, it's weird. But she had released a statement. She was unhappy with it, not because it's like an F Kanye video, but because she's been like anti-AI. Do you remember when you and I did an interview with the voice of Siri? If you never watched this interview, you should go back on the TMZ podcast and check it out.
One of our handful of fantastic interviews.
I know. But during that interview, we talked to her about Scarlett because at the time, Scarlett was very vocal about, it was like one of those like Alexa or Echo or something that had reached out to Scarlett wanting to use her voice.
Because you know why? Because she's the voice of
Her. Yeah, the movie.
The movie Her, where Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with an AI sort of
voice.
She's not even a robot. It's just like a voice in his house.
Right.
And so then now her voice, which is so sexy, and the voice you'd want to use for, a robot you want to bang.
Okay.
Now, like, she's very associated with AI and voices, and obviously now this AI video, she really wanted to say, wasn't me. Did she also say, but I agree? I don't think she went that far.
No, she didn't. She was just like, AI is dangerous, which we know, like, that's been her stance for a while.
I mean, we all know AI. I don't think she needed to come out and say it's not me.
I mean, I personally could tell immediately that's like a fake AI video.
And if you can tell that.
What? Rude. But, people on like Facebook that get scammed all the time with these like,
True.
Hi, I'm a prince and I want to pay you $100K or whatever. Like those scams, like I feel like it does happen often where like maybe like the older generation doesn't really understand new technology. Like I could totally see my aunt like seeing that video and being like, wow, they got together for that and not realizing.
The older generation is very scared about AI. More scared, I think, than the younger generation.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, whenever I talk to like my parents about it, they're like, oh, it's going to ruin everything. It's going to be like the downfall of, and I say, maybe so. But in the meantime, can't we enjoy the fact that, we can cheat on all our essays?
I mean, I'd love to have an AI Charlie Neff come here and like do the podcast with AI version of you.
But then you're like,
hello, Charlie. Welcome to the podcast.
But then you're out of a job. Like, that's the thing.
No, that's the thing. You got to pay my AI robot to come in.
Oh, image and likeness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I'm at home collecting the money that my AI self is making.
Don't you think Harvey will find a way to sort of fire you and keep the robot?
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe. All right. Let's read out some of the comments.
All right, you guys. So for the Blake Lively story, Liv said, I don't trust Lively's team. Justin, wow, nice name, said, this just in on another episode of Gossip Girl. Yeah, that was
just in. That should be the name of Justin's podcast. This just in.
It should. Helen said Baldoni may have waged a smear campaign, but he's definitely not the only person pushing negative press.
Every celebrity does some form of smearish campaigns where
I mean, we literally work with crisis PR reps. That's
every
their
day
one job.
Every day. If a celebrity is going through a crisis and there are two sides to a story,
yes,
one side will give you the positive version of their story, and the other one will do the positive version of it. Like, it's a duh, of course.
Right.
So saying smear campaign and this and that, unless something illegal or nefarious, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Then smear campaign, schmear campaign.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Schmear campaign. I like that.
Yeah, campaign. Toy said, but is it really Blake behind all of this or Ryan being jealous? I've never watched one movie of hers, and now I'll not ever watch another movie with Ryan in it.
Oh, I like the boycotting both. Nice.
For the Naya Rivera story, Eminem said, watching Ryan's interview, he seems deeply tormented by the incident. So sad. Yeah, it's so sad.
He looks pretty good though.
Yeah, he
Looks
does. He's a hottie.
pretty good.
Couple miscellaneous comments. Claire said, who are the Charlie's favorite celebrities? I personally love the Spice Girls. They like changed my life.
Yeah.
I also loved Britney Spears growing up.
Okay.
And hottest celebrity male, Brad Pitt. I know it's so cliche, but he is so hot.
I love Brad Pitt. I think what sticks out to me, maybe because I've met quite a few celebrities, like doing my job. Post Malone is like the nicest.
So nice.
Like couldn't be nicer.
Yeah.
He is such a good guy.
He came in here and did the TMZ Mary Elfin special.
He did.
For Christmas.
So I mean, he's one
so
of my
sweet.
faves. He's one of my faves.
Duplex said, I hope you enjoyed your time back in our home in Oz. No better feeling than going home. Wow, another Aussie.
Duplex is either awake very late in Australia.
What time is it in Australia?
Right now, it's 2:48 a.m. in Melbourne.
Oh,
so
wow.
Duplex is either staying up late so he can stream the TMZ podcast live.
Oh, boy.
Which, wow, you got issues then. Oh, nice. I'm glad you're over here in America with us.
Yes. And then last one, Min, Peace, and Love said, today is my birthday, guys. Whoop, whoop. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Min.
Woo.
Happy birthday, Min.
My birthday's coming up.
That's also, wait a second, Charlie.
What?
Imagine listening to the TMZ podcast on your birthday morning.
Hey, that's okay.
Oh, and we gave her a shout out too.
Yes.
Oh, shout out. Happy birthday. Thank you for listening.
That's the best birthday gift ever.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Oh, boy.
Okay, it's your birthday. When's your birthday?
March 2nd. It's in a couple weeks. Are you going to get me a present?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I brought you something back from Australia.
Oh, you did? Where is that?
It's at my desk.
Oh, okay. Maybe tomorrow on Friday.
When March 2nd? When is your birthday officially?
In a couple weeks. It's on a Sunday though.
I'll give it to you on your I'll give it to you on March 3rd then, Monday morning.
I might be taking I don't know.
Are you sick that day?
No, I might
because you were sick earlier in the week. Is it the same?
At least I try to show up to work. You literally disappear for 3 weeks at a time.
I was on vacation. Oh my God.
No.
Okay. Well, thank you, Charlie.
Thank you, Charlie.
And we'll see you guys here tomorrow.
Bye.